Welcome back to the program.
Now, Suzanne, I'm wondering, where do you think this glass of water came from?
It can be anything from reservoirs to, I don't know, recycled water like the one we have here in Singapore.
That's right, new water from the springs or rainwater, but it seems in this case it's actually from the air itself.
The air we breathe in.
That's right.
We can also actually convert seawater to drinking water, but this is definitely more interesting. It's derived from something that's all around us. And to tell us more about it is Vincent Oh, founder and director of AridTec, a water company that specializes in air water makers. This is a new technology that we're looking at, Vincent.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't really say that this is a new technology. It has been around since the 1960s.
Okay.
Just that the older technologies, I would say that doesn't extract as much water and not as efficient. So it took us more than 3 years to come up with a new methods to harness this moisture level from the air to give you drinking water.
Okay, before we go on, very quickly explain to us how it works.
Okay, basically the machines replicates the natural cycles of evaporation and condensations. So from there, we are able to extract the water to further sterilize it to give you clean drinking water.
Maybe it'll be better if you help us visualize it by using the machine that you've brought in here. This one, looks like a normal water cooler.
Yeah,
it can be used at home, right?
Yeah, that's right. You can use it at home, can be used in offices.
So what does it do, and which are the different components?
Okay, right. If you can see from the front, that would be the air filter section.
Okay.
The air gets sucked in from the front, and then that is actually being, sterilized through this static mesh. And we have a proprietary way of cleaning up the particles in the air because we have this cold catalyst form and followed by a negative ion net.
So basically the machine sucks in air from around it and then it purifies it.
That's
After
right.
that?
After that, we have this, what we call it, the condensing chamber.
Right.
And it condensates the moisture in the air. So from there, water is being collected and scientifically engineered to purify it before it's being served through the taps.
It almost reminds me of an air conditioner because I know an air conditioner also takes in air as it's blowing out cold air, and there is condensation going on inside. That's why you need a runoff for the aircon water to run off, right?
The air conditioner works in the reverse way because you wouldn't want to have too much water coming out from the air conditioner.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. So in that sense, the condensation, is it something like I'm thinking of in school when they show you how you can put a leaf on top? If you're stuck in the jungle, you need water, you put a leaf, you get the moisture from the condensation that's coming overnight. And this way, this machine simply cleans that to make it drinkable water.
Yeah, that's right. What sets us apart is also that we have this proprietary technology. We call it the aqua vapor enhancer. So it enhances the saturation level of the moisture level in the air, such that given the same working condition, you'll get much higher concentration of moisture. So indirectly, it reduces the amount of energy required.
What if I had this machine in a factory where the air is polluted, there's a lot of smoke, exhaust fumes, what happens then? Is it still safe, or should I go through another additional step and purify it?
It's still quite safe, in fact, because when you condensate moisture from the air, the dust particle and so on doesn't, gets into the water itself because it's suspended in the air. And because of this purification method that we're using, you are actually producing water in a sanitary level.
Okay.
So it's still quite clean.
So let's go into the interesting details then. How long does it take to change air into water?
Oh, okay. Given the air-conditioned environment, it takes about an hour to get you a liter.
In a non-air-conditioned environment?
Well, we will probably be getting 2 liters an hour.
And there needs to be if you're in an enclosed room, is that okay, or do you need to be in a space where there is sort of air circulation?
Oh, of course, in an open environment, it can produce water much faster pace, which is much better. But given in an enclosed environment, you still can produce water.
And this water, does it then, is it good to drink for how long? I mean, does it last for months and months, or does it mean that after a day I have to again throw it away and
no, you don't have to do that. We can last for months as long as the machine is turned on.
Right.
Yeah, you still can drink the water.
It's just like any water.
Right.
I'm curious. So, how much volume of air produces?
Like this glass of water.
Well, I would say about 50 cubic air.
And can you help us relate to that? I mean,
well, just take it as the size of the studio, or probably about 500 small balloons
500.
500
Okay,
small
so for
waste
instance, if I have a machine like that in my office and I just leave it there, on average, I can just treat it like a normal water cooler. It should always have water, enough water to
Yeah, definitely.
to drink. I mean, as
Yeah,
long as
yes.
it's functioning throughout, right? You leave
As
it
long
on
as
running
you don't-
overnight, it'll build
yeah.
up a storage.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
okay.
So if you don't run out of air, you don't run out of water.
Well, if you run out of air, you won't be in the room. So. Now, how does this compare with other methods of drinking water? I mean, again, if I were a Puritan and asked you compared to mineral water, spring water, the other bottled water we get, is this any less pure in that sense?
Oh no, in fact, this is much purer than mineral water. Because mineral water, you have a higher concentration level of minerals. And for ours, we only have a 20 TDS level, 20 ppm level, so which is quite pure. And then again, we do not want to leave out total 0% of minerals, so which is why we keep it at 20%.
And it tastes exactly like water, right?
Yes, of course.
Well, let's
give it
find
a
out
try.
actually.
No scent? Tastes exactly the same?
Yeah.
I have no problems with it.
So if this is such a common technology, in the sense you're saying it's been around for a while, rather, it's been around for a while, why hasn't it taken off? Why aren't more people using it?
Well-
Is it cost effective?
Okay, I guess at the very first start, it's much more about timing issue because back then the cost of machinery or parts is quite expensive, and it takes time to educate people that it's actually clean to drink water from the air, because there's always this misconception that the air is so polluted, and then is it still safe? So. Yeah.
How much does it cost? Let's say this is a model that you said is suitable for homes. How much does it cost?
Well, our distributor is actually retailing this at $2,004 Sing dollars.
And is it difficult to maintain? Does it last a lifetime?
Well, when we design the system, we have this concept that just power it on and don't have to care much about it anymore.
And the filters, I imagine, would have to be changed quite often?
No, only once a year.
Once a year. Okay.
Would you say this is an eco-friendly option?
Well, based on the level of 1 to 5, I'll give it 3 ticks. Because, we were hoping to reduce the usage of plastic bottles. At the same time, to reduce the dependency of natural sources of water. However, we still need electricity for it to function. So going forward from here, we'll be coming out with new models to cut the power consumption down by another 50%.
Okay, so how much does it eat up? I mean...
right now, it's in fact less than a refrigerator.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, equivalent to a refrigerator.
that's right.
Okay, well, thanks for coming as well. It's interesting, I mean, to know that at least now we know there is another source of water. If you ever get desperate, although you kind of need the machine to do it yourself.
Just need the machine and just let it sit there and you'll always have water. Thank you very much, Vincent, for coming in. Vincent O, founder and director of AridTec, a water company that specializes in air water makers.
Nice name, air water maker. Okay. Well, on that note, we're going to take off for a short break, but stay with us here on Primetime Morning. So a whole lot more coming right up. See you in a bit.